Do you want to read the tarot cards like a pro, but you're worried that you're never going to be able to memorize all 78 meanings? Well, never fear, my friend, because in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to make the switch from memorizing all tarot card meanings to finally trusting your intuition and getting the clarity that you need from your tarot cards. And better yet, this is not going to take you months or years to learn. It will just take you minutes. That's right, in just 5 minutes, you're going to discover how to instantly connect with the messages of the cards every time you do a reading. So grab your tarot deck and let's get started. Now, many people think that in order to read tarot like a pro, you've got to memorize all 78 tarot card meanings. But here's what happens when you try to read tarot by memorization. You end up spending so much time searching different meanings and trying to cram it all into your memory, only to end up feeling really confused and completely frustrated because in the middle of a reading, you forget what the card means. Or maybe you're stressing about whether you have the card right or wrong. Or maybe the meanings of the cards just don't make sense for your particular situation. So does any of this sound familiar? And if it does, I want you to know you are not alone, because I had the exact same experience when I first started learning to read tarot. And I thought it was all about studying hard and committing everything to my memory, just like in school. But then what I quickly realized was that relying solely on memorization to learn to read tarot is 100% the wrong way to go about it. So why is that? Well, number one, it's boring, right? So I don't know about you, but I would rather leave memorizing and cramming into my memory to my school days and not to my passion hobby. And number two, it actually doesn't work. So you end up spending weeks, months, even years trying to commit the meanings of the tarot cards to your memory, only to then go and sit down and do a tarot reading and completely forget what the cards actually mean. Because let's be real, trying to cram all of that information into your head is nearly impossible unless you've got a super memory. But then even that doesn't really work, because number three, and this is probably the worst part of it all, it actually shuts down your intuition. So if you're stressing about whether you've got the right card meaning, you're up in your head, which likely means that you're shut off to your heart and to your intuition. So if you've been trying to memorize the tarot cards, but you're continually struggling to remember them in your readings, this is why. So I want to show you a whole new way to finally interpret the cards with ease. And better yet, this will not take you months or years to learn. It's going to take you just a matter of minutes. So grab your tarot cards and let's do this 5-step process together. All right, so first, this is really important if you want to be able to access the deeper messages of the cards, and you need to tune in. So I want you to just take in a nice deep breath, find your inner stillness, and really set an intention to open up to your intuition as you read your tarot cards. And that's it. Now, if you've pulled a tarot card and you want to access more clarity and insight, here's what to do next. So look at the tarot card that you've just pulled and take a moment to notice your first impressions. So for example, I've asked, what do I need to know about my relationship with my daughter? And I've pulled the Hierophant. Now, what I first notice about this card is that there is a respected leader in this card, and he seems to know what he's doing. So take a look at your card and pay attention to what you notice or feel straight away. So it might be a word, a symbol, a feeling, or even a sensation in your body. And just remember, there is no right or wrong answer here. Just trust your intuition and really allow your energy to flow as you look at the card. Okay, so next is to tell the story in the card. Have a look at what's happening. You know, what are the people doing? What are they? Where are they? What's their location? What's unfolding in the card? Now, in the Hierophant, which I drew, I noticed that this respected leader is sitting in front of two people, and he appears to be sharing his wisdom with them while they listen intently. And they aren't going anywhere, and they seem to be really captivated by what he has to teach them. So take a look at your card and just start to tell the story and what is happening in your card. All right, great. Now, step 4 is connecting with the card. And this is about reflecting on where you fit into this card and how the card might be a representation of what you're experiencing. So when I look at the Hierophant, I see myself in the respected leader, and I see my daughter as one of the two people who are listening intently. At least this is what I want to have happen, because the reality actually doesn't quite match up to this just yet. So that's a really important insight for me as I look at this card and I relate it back to my question. So I want you to see your card, and where do you see yourself in your card? What's your connection to the story? Are you one of the characters in the card? Are you actually observing what's happening in the card? Where are you in all of this? Now, the final step is to reflect on the insights and to answer the question. So in my example, I can see that I really desire a relationship of mutual respect with my daughter, but perhaps there's a little bit more work to do in this relationship. And I'm curious about how I can create more learning and more listening opportunities for my daughter and for myself so that I can really guide her along her journey. So take a look at your card and reflect on the insights or the answers that you've received from your card as well. All right, so how did you go? Did you feel the difference? Because here's the thing, you've connected not only with the card, but also with your intuition, and you've been able to reveal a deeper and more personal meaning of the card than perhaps say what you'd get if you just looked it up in the book. And better still, you haven't had to memorize the thing, right? You haven't had to remember, what does this card mean? So imagine being able to connect to the wisdom of the tarot cards and get the answers and the clarity that you need every time that you're facing a challenging situation. And it's all possible when you know how. So if you want to learn more about how to use tarot in a more empowered and aligned way, I want you to know that there is so much more here at Biddy Tarot. And we're here to really help you manifest your goals and connect more deeply to yourself through a modern approach to learning tarot cards. And if that lights you up, then I would love for you to take the next step in your tarot journey by clicking below. Hey, if you loved this video, then make sure you check out this next video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. See you next time.